It's the end of the day with Ray. Hello, my friends and ladies and gentlemen. Today I want to discuss that brother tender offer. Brother tender offer to Roland. I'm sure you've seen the press release that the industry's media and analysts copied off of Brother's website and put it on their blog. It's just amazing to me. I'm really starting to think that our industry's media and analysts could be the laziest people in our industry. If they're not copying each other's work, they just go to the OEM's website, look for their latest press release, and go ahead and put it on their blog and call it good. But I think this story deserves more. What really amazes me, folks, I gotta, kind of scold my media and analyst friends a little bit. But some of these folks are in this club that's proclaimed to be the club with the smartest people in the industry. Some of these folks are members of that club. You've seen the press releases. Welcome to the club of the smartest people in the industry. And I'm thinking, if you're the smartest people in the industry, are you ever going to share that smartness with the industry? Because when I see a deal like Brother doing a tender offer to Roland, I'm thinking this is exciting stuff. We should dig a little bit deeper. The industry's media and analysts should share some thoughts on how this could disrupt our marketplace. How this is a great thing for Brother, or how this might not be a great thing for Brother. Just copying and pasting the press release that Brother put out or Roland put out isn't really going to help the industry define what the hell's going on. But I'm going to do that for you, ladies and gentlemen. The first thing I wanted to do is I wanted to go to Roland DG Corporation's latest financials. And their year ended in December of 2023. Their fiscal year is on a calendar year. We have the numbers. And I wanted to look at these numbers. Let's see what the numbers will do regarding an impact with Brother. And ladies and gentlemen, boy, was I surprised by these damn numbers. The numbers aren't huge, but Roland's ability to make money is pretty remarkable. Top line revenue for their FY, which ended December of 2023, was $365.7 million. They had an operating profit of $34.9 million, 14.2%. Ladies and gentlemen, this is fantastic. You know, Brother is buying another company that's disciplined, that understands the importance of profitability. I got to tell you something. If Rico or Konica Minolta could ever deliver a 14% operating profit, I mean, I got to tell you something. I think we'd see, well, a pie in the sky. I mean, ladies and gentlemen, it'll never happen over there. And the reason it'll never happen in Rico and Konica Minolta, I've been sharing that for a while. It's because OEMs need to sell the stuff they make. OEMs need to engage with other people that make stuff. OEMs that run around and try to sell services on stuff they don't make, well, they end up not making any money. And both Rico and Konica Minolta are kind of proof of that. I mean, Konica Minolta is going to end their fourth year of miserable financial disasters. It ends at the end of March, a couple of weeks from now. Don't expect any big home runs. Don't expect any big home runs. And even if they come above the line, it'll be the first time they came above the line in 4 years. I think about Rico buying up all these IT companies in Europe. Folks, Rico barely gets above 2% in operating profit. Why is that? So I think this is an important story. If you look at the Roland Group, they have 4 business units. They got visual communications, which was $181.1 million. Digital fabrication, $73.8 million. Dental, which is $47 million. And service and software and others, $60.4 million. They're servicing the stuff they sell, by the way. And the software that they're selling services the stuff they sell, the stuff they make. This is going to be a great marriage. It's going to give Brother some interesting capabilities, especially regarding my friends that are in the BTA or the print space, selling businesses print. Ladies and gentlemen, what does this do together with Brother? When I shared Brother's first 9 months at the end of their third quarter, ladies and gentlemen, total company was $4 billion. The printing section for Brother, that business unit was $2.5 billion, had a $326.2 million operating profit, or 13%. 13% getting together with someone that does 14%. Well, that's pretty amazing, isn't it? It's almost unheard of in our space. If you look at that Domino business unit, their industrial print space for Brother, $535.2 million. Ladies and gentlemen, let's put some numbers together, because this is quite interesting. If you take that Brother Domino business and you put it together with Roland, That Brother Domino business will finish up the year probably over 600 million, 650 million, added to the 365.7 million that Roland would bring, brother. You're talking about $1 billion plus in business. And some of this stuff is really going to help them in that industrial space. Some of this stuff is really going to help them in light production. But at the end of the day, Roland is about inkjet. The future of industrial is inkjet. And I believe inkjet will be the future for production, heavy and light as well. We're going to inkjet, ladies and gentlemen. And when I think about Brother and what they're doing and how they're positioning themselves, they're doing some pretty interesting things here. I shared with you the revenue of Konica Minolta for the first 9 months to compare to Brother's first 9 months in the Domino Group to Konica Minolta's industrial print business unit. Konica Minolta, $175.2 million against Brothers, $535.2 million. Rico, $193.4 million against Brothers, $535.2 million. Ladies and gentlemen, I think about Konica Minolta and Rico running around talking about what they're going to do in this industrial print space. At the same, talk about an IT services company they bought in Europe. We got conflicting mindsets. I'm sure the people that are trying to build a services business over at Rico are saying, what? Well, you all keep talking about this industrial. I thought we were going to be a services company. We're going to sell like 2 or 3 of the industrial machines a year. What are we going to be? Are we going to be an OEM that makes stuff and sells the stuff we make? Or are we going to be an OEM that sells stuff and services on stuff we don't make? Ladies and gentlemen, I think Konica Minolta and Rico should focus on selling stuff they make and selling services and softwares that have to do with the stuff they make. This whole thing around IT services, I think, is killing them profitably. Something's got to be going on because they both suck at making operating profit. Ladies and gentlemen, when I think of Brother, I think of the marketplace they're in today, and I think of where the marketplace they're in today is going tomorrow. Folks, this is big deal. Brother's big into inkjet. Brother also has that Workhorse Series A4 MFPs, and we're selling more A4s into the business marketplace for business printing than we are A3s. That's just a fact of life. And A4s in business printing is only going to grow more and more. It's going to get really, really big. The future customer in those businesses is going to want A4. Brother's positioned for business printing, and Brother's also positioned for the industrial space, and they're positioned for a whole lot more with this Roland acquisition. Folks, go to the Roland website and look at the stuff they're doing. I mean, they got equipment for car wraps. They have really got some great wide format, high-end inkjet products. They got that Domino business, that industrial space. Again, the workhorse space. Brother is definitely positioned for today's customer, but more importantly, for where today's customer will be tomorrow. And when they get there tomorrow, Brother will be there to catch them. A lot to think about, ladies and gentlemen, but I think this is a great deal for Brother. Congratulations. Hope this all gets worked out, because everybody watching me knows this. Status quo is the killer of all that'll be invented. Don't get stuck in status quo, and I'll see you all tomorrow.